Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks, and it's divisional round in the playoffs in the NFL. Last week I went 4-4. I went 2-2 on the under and over, and 2-2 on the teams to pick. 3-1 on Saturday, 1-3 on Sunday. A lot of people are saying, yeah, you're off on your numbers. This is an ATS. You know, for people who don't know what ATS is, you're betting against the spread. So people say, oh, the numbers are fudged. You know, if they're fudged, it wouldn't be at 54%. I'll tell you that right now. You know, I did pick the winners right. So the straight up, you know, I had the Atlanta Falcons and the Titans on Saturday, and I had the Jacksonville and the Saints on Sunday. But the Jacksonville and the Saints, I was 1 point off on that spread. Very tough when that numbers, you're on the wrong side of that number. So I'll tell you that. And last but not least, if you're here to see my man boobs, I'll just let you know I'm married and I'll probably break your heart. So just to get that in mind. News, they got a new coach in Chicago, which I think is a bad decision on the coach they hired in. But as a Lions fan, that's great. But you know, Chicago and Cleveland, things like that, it's hard to find a good coach. Most people think it's pretty much a career suicide when you're a last team like that. I know as a Lions fan, it's career suicide. A lot of people saying it takes a long time to get that down. Now the Lions are pretty much a contending team. And Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, who used to be head coach for the Lions, is thinking about taking the head coach position in the Giants. The problem with that, with Jim Schwartz, is he's a defensive-minded head coach. The Lions did have the #1 defense for quite some time when Schwartz was in Detroit. Problem is he can't run a good offense. And that sounds like the Giants right then and there, so I don't even know why they would pick him, but it's not my team. So I'm going to tell you who I like this week, so let's get these picks rolling. My fourth pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Atlanta Falcons are a 3-point favorite. The first time a #1 seed has been an underdog in the history of the NFL. Philadelphia has the record on this overall against the Falcons. They're 7-1. The last time they played was in 2016, and they won 24-15, but that's with wins. In charge, they got Nick Foles, secondary starter, who has played for the Eagles before. He has been in the playoff situation before as well, as they hosted a wild card team against the Saints and lost by 1 point. The weather might be a factor in the game, so I'm taking the under 41. They have the under 41, and as far as this goes, I'm going as a betting perspective. That's why I like the Eagles plus the 3. They're a home dog. The Falcons have back-to-back road games. So they're back-to-back road game, which is extremely hard to win in the NFL. And having the home dog in the playoffs on a #1 seed. Just because the quarterback, how it goes usually is when the quarterback's out, you drop around 7 or around 4 to 5 points. I think if Wentz was playing, they'd be a 7-point favorite. This should be anywhere from a pick'em to a 2-point favorite with the Eagles. And what gets me is the Falcons are 63% public bet. 63%. And this number is staying steady at 3. It's kind of suspicious to me. I'm taking the home dog. So take the Eagles plus the 3. My third pick of the week is the Tennessee Titans traveling to the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are a 14-point favorite. Tom Brady, 34 starts in postseason. Mariota with 1. Mariota great athletic quarterback. He will be a good quarterback in general one day, but not today. The last 4 meetings in New England, the last 4 meetings of these two teams is 33-16, 34-13, 59-0, and 40-23. The average score of the Tennessee Titans is around 20-21. I think the Patriots will lay a good, 40 points on them. Should be easily over 14 points. Tennessee has the 4th-ranked rushing defense. That shouldn't be a problem to get around with New England as they mostly pass. You might say the drama between the Patriots, but I think the drama will fuel the Patriots on winning. So take the Patriots minus 14 with over 47 points. My second pick of the week, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jacksonville Jaguars are a 7.5-point dog. Week 5, these two teams met. The score was 30-9. Big Ben threw 5 interceptions and 2 pick sixes. Fournette ran 181 yards, even had a 90-yard touchdown. I took this game into account. I removed all the rushing TD that Fournette did. I took out the 2 pick sixes, and I came up with the score of 9-9. So this week, Jacksonville's 6-2 in Pittsburgh. This is the only team they won in Pittsburgh the same year and beat Pittsburgh. The only team that's ever done that. Pittsburgh's 3-5 ATS at home, so not a winning ATS percentage. And Ben versus Jacksonville is 1-5. So this is a good indication to me that he has, and also in the press conference, Big Ben said, Ben Roethlisberger said, we're going on to Jacksonville. So Jacksonville's, on his mind. So he's like, I don't care about the Patriots, it's Jacksonville I'm worried about. You should have heard him in rant, you can check that out. So I'm taking Jacksonville plus the 7.5 and under 41 points. And my number 1 pick of the week, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. The New Orleans Saints are a 4-point dog on the road. Basically, I look at this as a gambler myself. I know everything points to Minnesota. In week 1, Minnesota did beat them by 10 points. But it was a different team. They had Bradford in at quarterback, Cook in there. They hit a long rod touchdown. It would have been a 3-point game. So even with Cook in, it would not in, so you factor that out. Would have been a 3-point victory for the Vikings. And I'm looking at this as a gambler. You got 3, 4, and 7 are all numbers, you'll see in here. So they're basically thinking, the home team, these are 2 even teams, should be 3 points. So I'm taking that 1 point, thinking Minnesota might win by 3. Taking Saints on the road, plus that extra point. I got burned with that 1 point last week twice. So, and one thing, the stat I've noticed is the all-time losing team in the postseason with 28 games is the Minnesota Vikings. They've lost more times than any other team in the postseason. So at that point, I'm taking the points. I'm taking that 4 points. So I'm taking Saints plus 4 and over 45.5 points. Well, that's it for the week. I hope you enjoyed those 8 picks. All year it's been crazy, just over 500. Just giving you my picks, let you know who I'm betting and what I like. I hope you enjoyed the show for the educational purposes and the, fun. Why not? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, check out below. If you need a sports betting book, check out Bovada. The link is below. Use me as the reference. Other great sports prognosticators in the YouTube Prognosticator Club. Check out them below. They're all their links. Great guys. Some time to check out YouTube and check out football. And I will see you next week. Peace.